Where do I start? How do I find my true calling? What do I do? I'm just sitting here spinning my wheels, watching my phone, staring at the TV, doing the same old routine over and over. I feel like I have gone nowhere. Where do we go? How do we start? How do we find our true purpose? Well, remember, there's really only one thing to do, and that's purification. Rebuilding the broken temple, this temple that has been bombarded with toxins and just chaos and garbage our whole lives by the toxic food program and the TV and the movie programming. So how do we find our true calling? Well, really, remember, there's only one thing to do. That's stay present. Because when we stay present, we become in unity with the divine, with all that is. And when we are in unity with the divine, that is all that we need to do. The divine will take over. The divine will show us the way. The divine will use us as a vessel for God's love. We are pouring forth with God's eternal love. But to do that, we need to quiet the mind. And we need to stay focused, stay present, practice mindfulness, because that is how our purpose comes out. That is how we are able to channel the divine. So if you're feeling lost, if you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start. Where do I start? How do I start? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stuck. Well, always start with the foundation is purification. Purification, that's it. That's all there really is to do. Because that's going to clean us out and open us up to the channels of the universe, the channels of the divine. That's really all there is to do, is purify the temple. Many of my other videos are about this too, but it's very important. It's very important because that is how we raise the vibration of our individual fractal consciousnesses and as a whole, as a unity for the whole planet. That's how we drag this planet kicking and screaming out of the depths of negativity, of programming, of control, of power, of money. You know what I mean? On higher densities, we're third density beings. On higher densities, they don't even mess with any of this stuff any of this crap we're doing. All this is mindless entertainment, this just wasting money on trinkets and doodads and all this stuff, working these pointless jobs. You know what I mean? There's no need for that. There's no need for that. Even technology, I think there's going to be a technology rebellion coming up. I mean, technology can go two ways. We can obviously use technology in a positive light to make our life easier, but at the same time, it's not necessary. What does the Tao Te Ching say? It says, those who are in line with the Tao don't waste their time with time-saving devices. Those who are in line with the Tao don't mind doing dishes by hand. They don't mind washing their laundry. They don't mind preparing their own food. They don't need someone to do it they don't need a machine to do it for them because they're in line with the Tao. They're in line with the divine. Every moment of our lives is an opportunity to practice presence and to get in touch with the divine. Every moment of our lives is an opportunity to practice meditation, basically by staying present, no matter what we're doing. It's that every second can be the most exciting second of your life because it is a second we can focus on staying as present as possible. So we channel the eternal love of the Creator through these vessels. How awesome is that? And that's where we're going. That's the result. That's where we need to go, all of us. So if you're not sure what to do, what's my purpose? I don't know what to do. Hey, listen, I went through college. I was basically forced through college by society, because that's what society tells you need to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I graduated college. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had absolutely no idea. I had no idea. I couldn't even guess. I couldn't even guess what I wanted to do, what my purpose was. I didn't know any of that. I would just plopping through life. You know what I mean? Just wasting myself away playing these mindless video games, watching TV and movies, and eating garbage food, jamming my consciousness into the floor, not even realizing it, spiking my anxiety and my depression, thanks to all the bad food and lifestyle choices. I had no idea. But sometimes it takes a situation of suffering. That's why Ram Dass says suffering is grace, right? Because suffering is our chance to get closer to God and to open us up to the opportunity to realize we need to start a journey of purification. Sometimes we might get into situations where our anxiety is so bad or depression that we need to make some changes outside of what we've been told. We need to open ourselves up. I was in many jobs that induced large amounts of anxiety in me. And I was like, I hate this job. You know what I mean? I hate my manager. It's all this X, Y, and Z, right? And I got real stressed out. I had anxiety attacks. I had meltdowns, X, Y, and Z, whatever, right? And it led me, sometimes it takes these situations of suffering to lead us into the answer to free ourselves from suffering, right? Which is what? Which is meditation. It led me to meditation. And what I end up realizing was that when someone is acting negatively toward us, toward me, toward you, it is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of their inner selves. They are reflecting their unhappiness with themselves because they haven't done any self-work on you. It has nothing to do with you. And remember, if someone is negative toward you, that's their karma. How you react is your karma. So if someone is nasty toward you, you have no obligation to reciprocate that nastiness. And in fact, that's bad karma. You don't want to do that. You can just say, "Oh, that poor guy, he's having trouble. He's having trouble. This program is rough." Even if someone's mean toward you, remember it goes back to unconditional love, right? It goes back to unconditional love. That's one of Jesus' greatest messages. If someone, imagine having this much unconditional love for your fellow beings, your fellow humans, your fellow animals. Imagine someone was coming up to stab you. This is a tall order, all right? As someone was coming up to stab you, as they're putting the knife in you, you love them just so intensely because everything is God, and that's just how it is. That's true unconditional love. If one of your family members murders somebody, I'm not saying this is good. Obviously, none of this stuff is good. I'm just saying true unconditional love is always, all the time, no matter what. Jesus hung out with sinners and saints. Yeshua hung out with sinners and saints. Right? True unconditional love. If we can get to that point where we can try to love anyone we see out in our lives, as we can get it in our minds to say that person is God. That's God in drag, right? The guy who works at the convenience store is God in drag. That's my brother. You know what I mean? The woman at the grocery store, the cashier, that's my sister. We should see. I try my best. I mean, it's hard. It's a practice. Presence is a practice, right? Mindfulness is a practice. I try to when I see people, I try to almost let myself get excited. Who doesn't even matter if it's a stranger I've never met before, right? I say, oh man, that's my sister right there. That's my sister. It doesn't matter how they act. It doesn't matter if they're not happy or whatever, or if they're in a bad mood. Because, hey, man, we got to realize, once you start opening yourself up more and more to the divine, you start connecting with the universe, you're going to realize a lot of us are just living as products of the programming of this reality. This programming is very, very strong. This programming is very, very deep. So we're just dealing with that. Most of us are just walking through life aimlessly, reacting to the programming. So we got to tear ourselves free from that. We got to tear ourselves free from the programming. And how do we do that? We start with the foundation, purification and detoxification, cleaning out the body, the mind, the soul, getting in touch with the divine. Stop caring. Stop thinking. Maybe the next video we'll talk about stop caring, okay? You got to shut that monkey mind off. You got to stay present. That's it. Your purpose will come to you naturally, abundantly. Everything will work itself out. Don't worry about money. Don't chase money. Money is just a tool of control. Yes, you need it in this world for this X, Y, and Z, but it doesn't mean you have to think about it. It doesn't mean you have to worry about it. It'll work itself out. Don't worry about it. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus on keeping God's love in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, in your body, in everything you do. Remember, everyone you see, everyone you meet is God in drag. Have a good day.